Right. But we'll see who. We'll see what this matchup is. Um, Good to see Natecore on the stream for the first time, and yep, it's going to be Nina against King. So let me get these names up. Hopefully this will be a longer set. But Soul Naciente has been on fire since these PC streams have started, so it's definitely not going to be a walk in the park for Natecore. And he immediately blocks Wipe the Floor. So I think that's going to be a telling sign if he can do that consistently in this match. So.
Wipe the Floor is really hard to block.
It is, but it's technically a seeable low, technically.
If she does that, if it's out of full crouch, it's instant.
Yeah, that's completely true. And if you challenge it too early, it's a counter hit launcher, so definitely has to be careful. And another one, and it whiffs this time, so lots of wall carry with the Shining Wizard Ender. And a nice conversion from the float.
That tool is way too good to not be used.
Which one?
It's one of the best hidden tools in Tekken. It's very low recovery. It's like zero on block. So you can just do stuff afterwards.
You can do stuff, it gives them guaranteed follow-ups, one counter hit. So, definitely a tool to be, and it comes out really fast too, like what, less than 13 frames startup?
It depends how fast the person does it with support.
Yeah,
it's pretty much pretty cracked. That's not a problem. It doesn't have,
yeah, that's right.
It doesn't have the whole like tracking scheme that it does.
And because it's it's a forward motion, he can realign himself for it too. So.
No launch at least. He probably could KO.
Yeah, it's a rough start for Natecore, but it's only the first game, right? Like you can see he's trying some of his options. Even though he missed his Wipe the Floor like 3 times, it's good to see that, you know, Soul is probably going to commit to ducking those. Drop the combo. Oh, he doesn't confirm.
There's actually really big ranges in that.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Let's see, 4-1.
Nice Rage Drive combo. Drops it and it costs him. Oh.
I was surprised that even worked. Like the way that Rage Drive is like so good because if they hit like low wall slump, it's just gonna pick them right up out of the wall.
Yeah. But that was definitely his round for the taking, and it definitely tells me that this is going to be a much more competitive set, hopefully. Well, score-wise, hopefully. So, just for those of you who aren't aware in the chat, so King has his forward 2-string. So he has the high, which is forward 2-1, which you can duck and launch, but he has a mix-up to that where it's forward 2, down 1, which is a mid. And if he gets the second hit, he can complete the string guaranteed, whether it be a normal or counter hit for a launcher. So it turns into a real 50-50 for you to have to deal with. So, and there's a huge window to confirm the third hit. So, just something to keep in mind when you're looking for that string from King if you're trying to punish it. But here we are. We're gonna go into game 2. Natecore with a strong first game made a few key mistakes that cost him the game potentially. So we'll see how he adjusts and if he maybe goes for a stage change. Oh, by the way, guys, Thank you all for tuning in to the stream. So you guys have all voted, and we're officially going with Cheesteaks and Throwbreaks. So this is the first PC stream wearing that banner. So thank you guys for voting and putting your input into this. It was hilarious watching you guys decide on names. There are some pretty funny runner-ups. What was it? The Philly Gulag, which we're probably gonna hold on to. Antibody, that was a nice one. So thank you guys for all your participation. Make sure you follow the channel. And ask to join the Discord. You have Afronampo in the chat. I'm sure he'd be willing to drop you a link. If you can, just in the event that you guys want to join these streams as well. So be on the lookout. We'll refresh the names for the signups every 2 weeks. So this coming June 1st, the names will be reset, and you can sign up again if you haven't already. So we're back into it. Mishima Dojo. Zataros, make sure you're pushing the talk.
Yeah, sorry about that. Had to go back real quick.
So. But Soul Naciente takes the first round in the second game. Counter hit confirmed. DF2-1.
Yeah, DF2-1 is so good. That move is so crazy.
Didn't they in season 2? They like increased the window that you can counter hit confirm that.
I think it was something like that. And they also added an option for King to do the Burning Knuckle Ender, which is hard to do, but if you time it right, it does about like half your entire bar. The hit confirm.
So, but Soul Naciente is also, in addition to just using King's tools very well, he has shown pretty good knowledge of what Nina's options are. He's obviously put a decent handle on Wipe the Floor. He like low parried one of her slides when she was at range 2, so.
Round 3.
Just definitely good knowledge of what these characters' options are and what he can be looking out for.
Yeah, looking at that, based on that, the adjustments to you should just get in with movement and focus on a lot smaller loads, like down back 3 instead of WTF.
Yeah, that's true. Down back 3, even though for a lot of the cast it's minus 13 and launch punishable, King only gets while rising 4.
KO.
So.
Yeah, it's very low risk against King. It's just like a sparking 20 damage while standing forward, and it just leaves him too far to grab him, or to grab you. So I think out of all the options you can do, you can like forward 4-1+2, go for like a down back 3, etc., etc.
And then, in addition, if he gets it on hit, it's plus, and the opponent is left in crouch. So, also limits King's options if he wants to try to mash out of it on hit. So, just some things to keep in mind, but definitely he can. We know Natecore definitely has the ability to adapt. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes up with.
He actually has some grab options out of down back 3. He can buffer out Giant Swing, and I believe he can buffer out the 2 throw out of full crowd.
I mean, he can, but the idea is that you would probably want to frame trap him especially when he's in crouch. So there is no mashing out of that if he frame traps, but I'm not sure how Nina frame traps out of that outside of maybe DF1. So,
Are you talking about down back 3?
Yep.
Oh, for Nina, right?
Yeah, for Nina.
King can also do like stuff like sidestep 1 if he's on P1, and he's a lot more evasive than you think he is, considering sidestep 1 is an option. But Nina also got like buffs to her small buffs, like back 1-2. It's a natural 12 frame high that with a follow up that you have to respect.
So,
Get ready for the
that could probably serve him pretty well, but Soul Naciente hasn't really been throwing out many punishable moves, or at least not on block. So
yeah, I was seeing some full crouch DF2s more like towards like round 2 or round 3, I believe.
So,
although I don't know how good Nina's punishment is for like 14, but I know she can DF 1-2 it most of the time.
Round 1.
So
Fight.
let's see what the adjustment is going to be for Natecore. Already not a good start getting hit with down back 2. Unblockable.
Beautiful duck, but interesting versus that.
Perfect.
And a perfect.
Round
This
2.
is looking ugly.
Fight.
But... And you can also see that Naciente playing, he's playing very patiently, like he's not trying to force his way in on Nina either. So, definitely picking his spots pretty well. I think it's gonna be on Natecore to try to lock him down a little bit more. Great spacing on that low. It,
Made it minus 14. So,
and her while rising 4 whiffed, and he was ready for the back 1 too. That is some great spacing.
while standing 1-2 versus that. Which, actually, I think it reaches most of the time. While standing 1 has really good range.
Yeah, it does. Alright, crouch dash 4 again. He's gonna get some nice wall pressure here. Goes for the Oki. Good block on the mid instant while rising 1. That is a great read from
Round
Natecore.
3. Fight.
So those are kind of the things that he'll have to do, even though that was a pretty big call out. He did have great wall positioning, so things like that is definitely going to help him out if he can get into those positions a lot more. Alright, plus frame. And that was kind of like one of the nerfs with the character. Well, not nerfs, but it wasn't a helpful buff. Her while running move, even though it's plus, the opponent's too far away for her to actually take advantage of those plus frames. Tech trap moonsault.
KO.
Cheap.
Round 4. Fight.
So, game point for Soul.
You gonna for the, oh, you didn't go for the burning knuckle there. I think that was the burning knuckle setup. The three kicks.
Oh, he has to do the 3 alley kicks. That is very cheap.
Pretty sure it's the 3 alley kicks, and it forces a tech catch. You either want to tech roll versus the burning knuckle to obviously evade it and launch it for it, or you just take less damage. But it's still like a really annoying situation. And yeah, and here we go. We have a Soul Naciente.
And it hit the wall from downtown. Really?
You win.
Wow.
He actually grabbed him out of the power crush too.
So that was actually really unfortunate, because if he was able to tech roll, he probably would have lived and had another chance, but wow.
And yeah, it seems like Natecore is having some issues getting in with Soul. Soul's playing like a very clear and concise range 2 game, and the only time he ever wants to get in is like using 4-4-1. So his game plan is a lot simpler than Natecore.
And then when Natecore does get in, he's been keeping him at bay with DF2-1. He's gotten it like at least 3 times. He's been picking that spot beautifully.
And yeah, Blitz. Yeah, as I was saying, it does hit grounded, but you take less damage if you're grounded. But you can opt in for a tech roll to avoidance, which may not always work. But it's still good as an option.
Look at Blitz, suddenly he's a king main now.
With like how these Quo players are going in Pennsylvania, Vesper's playing like 1,000 characters. He's basically not a 4-line player anymore. I've seen him like Eliza Avatar, Blitz. He's playing fucking Under Knight. Man, I don't even know what's going on.
Apparently Luck doesn't even claim Hwoarang anymore. Like, what's going on? What's going on with Hwoarang, guys? Isn't he supposed to be better in Season 3? What's going on, guys?
Get ready for the next battle.
And you could be punishing your uncle's grandma with back 3 from like freaking like 5 states away. That move has insane ass range.
Like, why would you drop Hwoarang now of all times? But, alright, so we're on game 3. So we're already halfway there. in the set. Natecore has got some adjustments that he needs to make in order to bring it back. So, Domo de Serio is a pretty wide stage. We'll see how he fares.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Domo de Serio? That's how, I don't know, that's how I say it. No punish on the Wild Rising 2-2. But,
seeing a lot of new stuff in myself. I didn't know she could cancel out of back too.
I didn't either, honestly. No duck on the forward 2-1. DF1 takes it. So that's been the quick adjustment, at least for that first round. A lot of DF1 sidesteps. So, gave him a lot in that first round. Let's see if he continues with it.
Oh, punch parry.
Amazing.
Didn't quite get anything out of it. A lot of weird stuff. And we're switching sides over and over and over.
Another throw, give him that wall damage. Another counter hit, DF2-1, burning knuckle death.
Also, Gary,
Round 3.
I don't know if you could roll that.
Fight.
I don't think so. It looked pretty guaranteed to me. So, that was actually unfortunate. Tombstone Pile Driver. Thank you, Soul.
I want to see a muscle buster now, because I haven't seen a muscle buster in a long time.
You know what? I would be happy for it too. Alright, but I think that punch parry that he did earlier might have definitely threw off Natecore a little bit, because he was playing a lot tighter and won that first round, right? But ever since that punch parry, it looks like he hasn't been really too willing to stay in his face. And another DF2-1.
Stuff that's been happening. Yeah. Natecore's using a lot of more smaller, compact pokes, but he's not able to quite get beautiful punish on that.
And
Video forward 2 down 1.
And honestly, I feel like he would have needed to do that because Soul had used that string earlier when he did forward 2 and he ended it at the down 1. And that's minus 13, but there was no punish at all. And I know, even though it is scary to punish that. So, something that he definitely needed to do to make Soul play honest.
He has a good I-13 while standing. He could have went for that, but like you said, it's still like a risky option versus King.
So, but it is gonna be set point. If he wins, this will be the first time that we have seen all games in a session just be swept. First time. So Natecore, we need a win, my dude. We need one.
Well, based off of what these so-called Tekken players say, King players don't really break grabs. And if you put two together, that happens to have really good grab.
Dina does have, I think she has a very underrated throw game. Obviously, she has a throw break for each button. She has chain throws, and most of her throws give her decent Oki, except for like the 1+2 throw. But you know, it's a wall flat, so.
And some moves she has ambiguous throw setups. I believe the scissor kick, when it counter hits, it puts her in an ambiguous throw state, whether it's like a 1 or a 2 break, like Dragunov before. And I believe she has some other options that do that, but I don't quite remember.
So she definitely, you know, if we want to make Soul Naciente a temporary Philly resident, you know, check his pockets, take his wallet, get you some Oki, steal some rounds.
And yes, Soul Naciente, if you're listening, I really want to see a muscle buster. I want to see at least like 2. If you can do that for me, I would be grateful.
Honestly, I'm happy enough that I saw a Tombstone. But, you know,
Round 1.
and I got a giant sling, so I am happy.
Soul going with the original costume, Tekken 7.
I mean, that just means that he's serious, right? Nice sidestep right. Alright, no duck on the
The forward 2-1. Probably messed up the input.
Probably. Alright, good block on the capital punishment. Doesn't do anything with it.
No punish in the hop.
So,
Yeah, Natecore is using a lot of Hayashida step. Maybe like try to bait out some moves.
I heard that Hayashida step isn't quite as useful in Tekken 7.
It's still good, because she has one of the best backsways in Tekken 7.
Oh, she definitely does, yes. But I think in terms of like covering space, Hayashida step isn't as great as it used to be. Like she can just backdash.
Round 2.
And it'll do a better job with space control than the Hayashida step. But that's what I believe Victim has told me. So, first round going to Soul. There's that down back 3 finally.
Counter his status. Are we gonna go to the other side of the balcony? He's just gonna go for the Oki from the CD1, I guess.
But he doesn't get anything off of it. And we finally got a shining. He's done all the throws I needed him to do. So
yeah, some info that can be gained is Soul.
KO.
Sometimes he likes to go for
Round 3.
backwards Jagger after some throwaways. So maybe Natecore could possibly go for some CD1s to try to pick him up out.
yeah, that is an option. But something I have noticed is he's been getting, so true to objective Nina play, she's going to be using a lot of DF1, and he has been able to lock down Soul with the DF1s. I would just wish that he maybe would go for some stronger mix-ups, take advantage of some of those openings once he gets some of the freeze with DF1. But Power Crush and Natecore is finally on game point.
Are we not going to be seeing a fight?
I certainly hope not. Soul brought out the serious costume. He didn't go for the preset. Wipe the floor, counter hit launcher, and it's Nina, so you know we're going to the wall. Alright, plus frames. Wipe the floor again.
That was a really momentum-based round for Nina. Even though she was using a lot of unsafe offers, she still got the round.
And he needed them. I mean, it was the last game. You kind of do have to throw out the kitchen sink in order to get that momentum going. But we will not be seeing an all-sweep session tonight. Good stuff to Natecore, staying in the set. And now it's up to Soul to make the adjustment. And honestly, I think the one time that he wasn't able to keep keep a lid on the pressure, he got steamrolled. So if he's able to establish the neutral like he's done the first 4 games, it'll be hard for Natecore to take another game off of him. Remember to push to talk.
Yeah. But yeah.
Every time you go silent like that, I feel like I just have to throw that out there. Push to talk.
Yeah, sorry. The bun's placed in a very weird location that's not like useful to my muscle memory, so I'm not like used to pressing it. But yeah, as I was saying, Natecore was using a lot of the bigger pokes, like slides, wipe the floor, to just like get the lead and get the round. So I feel like all it takes for Soul is just to block those, or maybe even go for like sidewalks to avoid the slide. And I don't even know if you can sidewalk those, but you can sidewalk the slide, and sometimes you can sidewalk the wipe the floor. But generally, you just want to block it.
He's been doing a good job of dealing with those lows too. At least early on in the set, like he was making wipe the floor whiff. He got a few block punishes off of it. He low parried the slide a few times, so he's aware to deal with them. I just think that maybe the momentum was a little bit too much in that last game. He wasn't really able to shut it down like he was doing previously. But we're back. He's going back with the outfit, so clearly he's gonna take advantage, right? Not like that though. DF2 for the quick start for Natecore.
To be honest, that like Silver King costume, I'm just scared. If I was Natecore, I'd be afraid. Because it's literally just a jaguar with like glowing eyes. That's silver. That's freaky as hell, man.
I would be afraid because this man was in the corner for like a solid 10, 15 seconds before he finally got out. Alright, decides to use the phase drive. Goes for the chain throw. Blitz, you wanted it and you got it. I don't think you got it from the character you wanted though.
Fight.
Like one of the few characters I got blessed by the rage drive system, because her rage drive is like one of the best in Tekken 7. Not only for like being a great combo ender, it also forces like an insane three-way mix-up between 5 different things.
And if you time it, it becomes a low crush. She jumps over lows.
Round 3.
So it is actually really good. So, but Soul is still in this game. So 1-1, no interruption on the string. One throw. Plus frames. And I feel, okay, so that wiped the floor looked like one of her only real options at that spacing to be able to take advantage of those plus frames. Because, realistically speaking, what mids did she have that was going to reach that far?
Maybe.
But Giant Swing, no tech, and one hit away. Counter hit.
Yeah, I like how Natecore was getting around
4.
King on Wake Up Fight, because he was trying to avoid the spring kick. Because from like a directly perpendicular to King, you're not going to be able to get hit by the spring kick.
Alright, good block on the side step too. Oh, another one. He drops the combo.
It's back throw.
60 damage, free. Plus frames again and slide. No punish on the hop kick. Oh my god, look at those throw breaks. Okay. So, Soul is clearly not a Philly resident. But that was definitely an interesting adjustment. So, obviously, more throws, a lot more jabs. Plus, he's working with plus frames now. Natecore is definitely turning it on, and I'm a fan. I am definitely a fan. Push to talk.
What was more? Sorry. Yeah. What was more interesting is how like Natecore just happened to just turn up. Yeah, like I said, he started throwing Soul a lot more, and a lot of those throws proved dividend. And like Soul wasn't doing bad. On the Throwbreak, a lot of Nina's throws aren't like super minus, so she can opt in for a lot of fast options, like trying to interrupt her.
Yeah, like so Natecore was getting a lot of jabs after the throw, especially with like end of the round just there, Throwbreak and then 1-2. So maybe he can also make a read off of it as well instead of interrupting. Maybe duck into while standing launcher, maybe sidestep. Because she is minus, so it gives him a little bit more time to throw off the spacing. So he does have options. But yeah.
King has other options, like down back 3, forward forward 2. Even though it's like really hard to do like frame one, he can always just opt in and like throw a sidestep 1 after the throw break. Or sidestep 2.
So, but here we go. Natecore is showing some signs of life. 4-2. He's got to run this all the way back from the jaws of defeat if he wants to take this set. But he's definitely off to a good start, taking 2 straight. So, and we're character locked too. So there is no switching characters for Soul. So he has to make the adjustment with King.
I don't think switching to Asuka would really do much. I mean, it could possibly like back 3 options, but I think Nia has a consistent back 3.
Round 1.
FF4, I think.
Fight.
I think.
It's an FF input?
Yeah.
Can't you just do a power crush?
I have no idea. I have not been power crushed after that move. Alright, no counter hit DF2-1 that time. Wipe the floor again. Plus frames.
He forward 3 into 1 plus 2. He didn't get the wall splat. And Ina also has like one of the 2 properties. The character that gets a wall splat
KO.
they just get more damage.
Round 2.
So,
Fight.
alright, so another strong start for Natecore. Good punish on the 1-2-4. And giant swing. He techs it this time. So, slightly less damage. And a good punish on the back 1. So, it's, Nina's back 1 is actually minus 17, I believe. It's definitely launch punishable. He didn't get the full launch, but he got something.
Can't always do sometimes.
That's true, but at least, you know, knowing the frames, you might be able to get something like forward 2-1. Things like that.
I mean, it's still nice to see the 14 frame runs being utilized.
And... sorry, continue.
Because I only see players doing the 12 frame.
Round 4.
Just like 15
Fight.
and hop. So it's nice to see the 14 frame still being utilized.
But now Soul is he is on set point. Natecore has made some great adjustments.
What?
I actually do think. Oh no, he runs into the tombstone. That's amazing. Good break on the 2-throw.
Seeing a lot of back. Oh, didn't get the forward 1. That could have maybe ended the game.
But you know, Natecore has a chance at life, and he's been making these last few games count. And I'm particularly fond. Delayed.
Oh.